You know how, people on the left hate turfs about saying that, maleness is inherent and maleness is bad? The people that think men should get what they deserve and they should get all bad outcomes, welcome to your introduction to turfdom. Hey, check out the sponsor for the video. Check out the links in the description.
Hey guys, I just got my free sample and shaker cup for the Dubby's energy pack drink. So this is me trying it. I just got it from my P.O. box and I'm just gonna try and see how it was. Let's just take a look at what I got, the samples that I got. As you can see, I have the peach, the beach and peach. I have the Dub Sludge, the Dragonade, and also Galaxy Grenade. I don't know which one I'm gonna do, and I got the anime cup to like get the package. I'm gonna try it for my afternoon energy boost. Now I'm about to mix my new Dubby pack with Dragonberry. We're gonna see how this tastes. Not too bad. I think I'm gonna sip on this for the rest of the day. It's about 3 hours till I get off of work, and we're gonna see how this actually makes me feel. So, small little correction. I actually had the Galactic Grenade earlier. Tastes actually awesome. And didn't get the jitteries. I actually drank it over an hour-long period, and I still got enough energy, enough mental focus. I guess this is good to go.
I'm about to go over this video and I'm going to make some points and we're going to address the subject of this video. If you're part of my audience and you find me addressing the subject of this video where you think that it's funny, you think that, oh, they deserve it, I'm going to tell you this. All of those broad generalizations that you have, I think you should check those and make sure you listen to the point that I am making and the video is making. Even if you don't agree with it, I think we should actually address this issue because it is an issue. So, please welcome to me, welcome with me this fucking video. Now wait. Before you get the pitchforks, we want to address this video, okay? Okay. And I know this video is coming from an insufferable motherfucker who, quite frankly, has a lot of guilt by association tied to her. And that's one of the main reasons why people have an issue with Shoe0nhead. And some of that may be true. However, just because something that you may agree with is coming from somebody you may revile, it doesn't stop us from listening to the message and attacking the message as what it needs to be. And I'm doing a lot of preamble to talk about this shit. That being out the way, I think the left has totally mismanaged and mishandled the message that's happened in this video. I think we have. Quite frankly, part of it is because it's coming from Shoe, and part of it is because, and I'm going to say this, and just bring it back in a little bit. If you're on the left because you're an outcast from the right, that doesn't make you a leftist. If you are here to say, I oppose this particular group, that doesn't make you a leftist. Just because you don't like white supremacy doesn't mean you're automatically on the left. Just because you don't like class warfare, because you're being affected by it, doesn't mean that you're on the left. I'm not being gatekeeping. I'm not being trying to say, oh, this person is not a real leftist. But what fucking pisses me off is the people that have the same mentality as those what they would consider on the right, but just flip because they're not because they're ideologically opposed to them, because they're opposed to the group that the right is on. That being said, let's get this out the way.
To inform you, the men are not okay. That's right, folks, the men are not okay. The men have no friends, no girlfriend, no college education, no money, are breaking their legs and inserting metal rods into their bones to be a few inches taller.
There are men who are literally breaking their legs to be fucking taller.
Listening to AI Batman to help them overcome their pornography addictions.
You deserve real love.
Turns out the society that was built by and allegedly for men has indeed let them down. Now you might be thinking, oh look, another boo-hoo poor men video by Shoe0nhead. Yes. And if you have a problem with that, tune into literally anything else.
Okay. And see, this is where she gets a lot of hate from, because that was obnoxious as hell. Did it need to be said? No. Do a lot of people say that regardless without it being said? Yes. But it's something about actually vocalizing it that a lot of people motherfucking get issues with. The fact that people vocalize it pisses other people off because, wait a minute, this content isn't for me. I'm not the focus of this content. How fucking dare you make something that I'm not the focus of? You need to focus on me. It's focused on somebody else that may have an issue. Let's go.
Men are in a crisis, and it seems nobody really cares. And the people who do care just seem like the people who want to sell them shit. Not me. I'm different. So before we get into this, let's quickly get into today's sponsor.
Just because you lampshade some shit doesn't mean that you get away with doing the shit. I'm a hypocrite, so I'm going to say something hypocritical. That's not how that works. But let's go.
Why are men and boys struggling? And what should we do about it?
A few new studies have come out that have shown that young men are more lonely and single than ever before. But it's not just men. The women and children, too. It's predicted 45% of women will be single and childless by 2030. But according...
So, here's the thing. Is there a loneliness epidemic? Yes. There is a loneliness epidemic. It is something that's happening. And for people to say that, oh, men aren't the only ones to be lonely, that's cool. That's very cool. But where's the support system for men? Like, seriously, I'm asking, where's that support system for men? The right tells men, oh, you don't need the support system. Suck it up. Be a man, and you don't have to cry about your feelings. You can just keep the shit bottled up, or men don't show emotions. And then the left said, well, the world is made for men, so you shouldn't have anything to be upset about. You shouldn't have anything to be mad about, because the world is made for you. So where's the support for men? Where is that support for men? But let's go.
According to the media, this is a good thing. The she-economy is booming, as they say. And meanwhile, men being single is treated like this.
New study explains why some single men are having a hard time finding a new partner.
Some of the music that they listen to speaks very derogatory.
Right.
Yeah, men, stop listening to that derogatory music. Then maybe you won't be single. I don't know, I think men and women being single and lonely kind of shows there might be something wrong with society. Perhaps.
And so, to say, oh, it's the men listening to derogatory music, that is literally a fucking 5 IQ take. But what about, these boots are made for walking and all that other good bullshit? And it's not a whataboutism. I don't want people to think that I'm trying to do a whataboutism with it. But it's literally like, if both parts are true, why is it all of a sudden this one particular thing that is actually bad versus, both motherfucking sides doing it? But this one is, unequivocally bad.
Perhaps we should address this, not just wave it off as empowering or pathetic. According to several different articles, I love how that's my source, I read about it on the internet, research shows that people from individualist countries show a greater sense of loneliness. This is linked to socioeconomic development, increased education, a shift towards white-collar jobs, and urbanization. Japan also has an issue with loneliness. In fact, they have a whole movement of people they call the hikikomori. Did I say that right? Okay.
Yeah,
basically postmodern hermits. Mostly young men who
So neats, basically, not in employment, education, or training. So neats.
completely withdraw from society, secluding themselves in their rooms for months and years at a time. In 2010, there was an estimated 700,000 hikikomori in Japan. And today, it's estimated to be about 1.55 million. And because of things like this, people aren't having babies, so Japan's population has been in a sharp decline since 2011. It's gotten so bad that Japan even produces videos of live-action women staring into the camera to help the hikikomori learn to cope with eye contact and reintegrate them back into society. So basically, if you want to know America's future, look no further than Japan.
Hey. Stop talking about anime like that. I've touched a woman before. I've had the sex. Fucking idiot. Let's go.
A lot of people, including myself, blame this partially on the rise of social media and technology. RIP to the king.
Was that Ted But oh god. We didn't have social media 30 years ago, and as you stated, or 10 years ago, like as you stated, she said 2010, and I can almost assure you that the hikikomori, movement is not as new as 2010. I should say they've had cartoons or jokes about neats in Japan, Japanese culture for decades now. So it's not just social media. And yes, people find themselves over social media, and I know that's a rallying cry of a lot of people, but it's not just social media.
Although technology makes things easier, it can also make us more atomized. Why go to the mall when I can just tap, buy a new microphone, and have it shipped to me in a day? Why hang out with friends when I can get all my social interaction I need from Twitter and streamers? Why go on dates and bother meeting women when I can just tap, Google big boob and get 2 million results? Or see my high school crush's holes on OnlyFans for only $5.
And see, this is kind of like the biggest problem that I fucking hate with this video, because as I said before, I did watch it. There have been call girls and porn and all of this other shit for ages. You think porn started just when when we had home videos? Motherfuckers were doing adult films when the camera first came out. Before that, it was drawing shit. We just didn't have X-rated things starting in the fucking 1980s. The human body has been shown in nude since we've been able to draw in nude. It is not something that's fucking new. And for people to say, "Oh, it's just this new fangled contraption called the home video set," no, it's stupid. Have people forgotten Playboy magazines were a thing? Oh, we had to use our imaginations, not to do much. Like this is the killer part about it, because just because you have limited imagination doesn't mean that everybody does.
Instant dopamine, instant satisfaction, and hey, who even needs a real woman when you could just have an AI girlfriend? We're so f***ed. Dating apps really are the great Satan, and I'm convinced they've completely broken men's brains. Women on dating apps are picky.
Oh, okay. So what? I use dating apps all the time. And not only do I use dating apps, I that dreaded thing that you guys hate, social media, Facebook, where you actually interact with people. You just don't talk at people like on Twitter. You have to have an interaction. Because I'm a part of different groups, you can actually interact with people, and it doesn't feed the narrative of, well, it's just the dating apps. No, it literally is. We've gotten away from socializing, but that's going to lead me to my conclusion. Let's go.
Women in general are picky, and I mean, naturally we are pickier. You know, we're the ones who carry the babies. At least for now. But on dating apps, you have to admit, it's a little insane. It's safe to say that the commodification of...
Okay, so the thing about dating apps is a lot of the women stopped using it. That's why women are so picky. A lot of the women have stopped using dating apps because the behavior of the guys that were pursuing them. So you just can't be a picture. And yes, there are some people that judge you on your picture, but it's not necessarily just the, oh yeah, dating apps have caused women to be bad. Like, no, the technology exposed a tool, or tools that expose some problems that were already there before the dating apps.
Love and the window shopping of dating apps probably has to do a lot with the rise of lonely single men. Men are not just lonely when it comes to dating, they're lonely when it comes to friendship too. According to Vox, Americans are currently in a friendship recession, and men are being hit the hardest. The percentage of men who reported having at least 6 close friendships fell in half since the 90s.
I don't see why this video it got as much hate as it did. Not because I see why, but I don't understand why. Because yes, every point that's made up about males is actually saying that, hey, women have it bad, men have it bad, according to this data, have it worse, according to this data. It's never ignoring this. And this is why I think that the lefties totally mishandled this video. I think that they totally looked at this video and was like, oh, here it is, Shoe0nhead defending men again. As she said, in a lot of this video, it's never, oh, women have it easy. That's never what's stated in this video. It's just that because men are being affected worse. Now, does she get to the point of why men are being affected worse? No, it's never brought up. And yeah, we can get to it in the fucking diagnosis or dissection after this video. But the left fucked up on this video. They definitely fucked up on this video. But let's go.
1 in 5 men say they have no close friendships. Looking at all these statistics, the explosion of figures like Andrew Tate is not surprising at all.
I believe being a man is a blessing because it starts so difficult. I believe that every man is born without any...
Wait.
Being a man is a blessing because it starts...
We were watching in Discord the common sense skeptic, and we was watching Andrew Tate throw punches, and Vegeta, the editor, was like, he was watching him throw punches and he damn nearly went sick. Andrew Tate cannot throw punches. He's a mid fighter. But let's go.
Starts so difficult. I believe that every man is born without any value at all. I think that the world's never going to think you're important unless you make yourself important.
And recently, a new...
Oh, look, Andrew Tate's wrong about something else. Who would have thought? Fuck. All right. So this graph, I think also shows a lot of the quote unquote, a lot of the other reasons why the left kind of got pissed off about it, because it shows that the left wasn't winning like they thought they was, because, you know, they're in their bubble. It also shows the next thing that they say, it is not complete and it's selective data. Let's hear the point that Shoe makes about it. Let's hear this.
Study came out about how young men are moving towards the right. And every other month, we, the liberal, sockdem, leftist whatever you want to call the space online, performs the same song and dance. What's wrong with men? Why is this happening? Why don't we have a leftist Andrew Tate? We need to push men to the left. Andrew Tate rarely, if ever, talks about politics. Andrew Tate...
And here's the thing. Say what you will about Andrew Tate, that he's allegedly a sex trafficking, rapist, abusive, drug dealing, at once drug dealing, mafia tied, shitty casino owner, allegedly. And he tends to care about guys. Now, he does it to get them on his side so he can sell his courses. Although he thinks that most of the losers, his words, can't, buy the courses or can't perform the courses. He's going to sell his courses, to wash his dirty money. Again, his words. But the left only want to use men as some sort of motherfucking political football. And don't get me wrong. I am somebody who wants to actually bring men to the side of the left because I think it's better for them. And oh yeah, we need their help to win. Hi, hetero male right here. We need their help to win. It's something that would benefit everybody to move into the left. The smart people on the left wants to use men as just a political football, not really improve their lives because, well, they're men, their lives are already improved. Why should I care about a man's life because the world was built for him? And the dumb leftists are like, fuck men don't even need, their lives are already good and we don't really need them because we have a social club. Any way it goes, if you're saying that somebody being on your side only matters to you and you only care about it because it's gonna help your side win, it's fucking shameful.
He talks about men, and the left only talks about men when they talk about Andrew Tate. A few months ago, during one of the monthly song and dances, some progressive people I follow made the mistake of addressing men's issues, and the even bigger mistake of pointing their finger at their own spaces for not doing enough to address said men's issues.
Alright, so let's actually just bring this to the main screen. I'm gonna actually read this. The reason why young men flock to alt-right MRA movements is because the left gives brain dead advice to young men. We need more compassion for our own sake. Now, here's the thing. That's right. And here, this is one of like the points. This is just, I know this is gonna trigger some people. So I'm looking directly at the camera and you can clip me up all the fuck you want. If you think that being a man, lends you to a fucking original sin because you're a male or a man, you're no better than a fucking TERF. I know. What? Look, check it out. You know how, people on the left hate TERFs about saying that, maleness is inherent and maleness is bad? The people that think men should get what they deserve and they should get all bad outcomes, welcome to your introduction to TERFdom. I'm sorry that hurt your feelings, that you're acting just like a TERF starts out because you think male bad. Okay. But is it wrong though? Ask a TERF how they feel about a lot of these, not trans people, just men in general, like the really venomous, hateful ass TERFs. Ask them how they feel about men in general, and you see why they're TERFs. But let's continue. Many nerds, I'm a nerd too, love the insults and we love to talk shit about people who we feel bad about. I get that, and the incels that I talk bad about are just the horrible people. If you're lonely, you can't get somebody to enjoy your time. That's a different story than just like, I want to fucking hurt all these bad people or some shit like that. But let's get back to the video.
Issues.
Recently, there were some statistics by healthcare company Cigna indicating that men are the loneliest generation. And addressing it doesn't mean that you turn your back on issues pertaining to women, but it does mean that we should be focused on what it is in society that is leading to this epidemic, what the left can do to offer solutions, and how we can basically fight back against the more nefarious figures who have filled the void that men are struggling with, people like Jordan Peterson and what have you. Now, recently, Vosh, who's a popular streamer, had tweeted this thread that I think is really, really important to address. He writes, "I cannot stress enough how important it is to understand."
Oh, back when they were on good terms. Doesn't this look nice? Let's go.
And that 12-year-old white boys on Twitch are not being pulled into fascism because of some Machiavellian desire to preserve and expand their privileges. It's because the right talks to them and the left doesn't.
The responses to these tweets and this content were very normal, level-headed, and respectful. Me when I lie. LMAO, cry about it. Boo f***ing who.
Let's
LMAO.
go. This is another reason why I don't like watching the sign. Here, let's just pull them up. You can still support your community without shitting on other people that need help. I know Hassan is incapable of, much greater thought than $1,000 shirt that I'm gonna wear to Burning Man. But I mean, like, this is why I don't like Hassan. And the whole thing about him, like, unironically, the fight that he had with Adam something, that was just too stupid to like kind of like hear the arguments. But let's go. Let's take some time to go through these.
Cry about it. Boo.
As a guy who always had more difficult dating and making connections than my peers throughout life, these conversations about loneliness always seem to hurt more. A lot of people cry about it. Now, mind you, these motherfuckers literally are talking about somebody because they don't know who they're talking about. They don't know who the fuck they're talking about. They're literally talking about somebody who isn't an asshole. This is somebody who is not an asshole. But this whole just because male bad. This is some crazy shit. Fucking boohoo. This is some crazy shit.
Oh no.
I don't understand the hostility. I don't understand the hostility.
Oh, poor widow men having problems. Boo f***ing who? Grow the f*** up then. Have men considered being smarter?
You don't know anything about these people that's having this conversation. This is where I say that the left has actually missed out on a lot of shit. Call this shit out. Call this shit out. Because if you don't have the time to call shit like this out, what the fuck are you doing? What does the left offer guys? If guys aren't just ideologically saying that, hey, I want to protect people, I want to make sure that everybody has an equal share, that life should be affordable for people, that fucking, we deserve a better motherfucking way of life. What does the left offer guys? All the right has to do is fucking recite motherfucking Fight Club. But you gonna sit back and tell me that we can't do fucking better than this? We can't say, hey, guy, hey, if you're on the left, women might want to touch your pee-pee more. All you have to do is treat them with respect, and they may want to touch your pee-pee more. It's not a guarantee of this, but, maybe they want to be around you more. This feeds into the problems that arise from being born morally lucky. Exactly. They think, well, I was born with these positions. I never had to change anything to grow. And it's just like, you are not doing shit. You are literally leaving that comfort zone of how do you address people that you don't fucking, that was born different from what you were. And you may have a good point other than saying like, no, if you come over here, nobody deserves shit out of you. Affirmation. The fuck you gonna get affirmation for? The world is built for you. You should just motherfucking be fine with the fact that the world was built for you. Oh, it was built for rich men, powerful men, and you some motherfucking slub that would not get the same time of day as somebody who's rich and powerful. No, it's still built for you because reasons.
I'm enjoying all these sad little moids and their sad little tweets about their sad, pathetic lives.
if you want to have fucking revenge for the fact that you feel that somebody else got a better shake in life than you do, then be cool. The thing about it is, a lot of this shit is just honesty because it's about revenge. For a lot of these tweets, it's just about revenge. I got shit on, so it's time to shit on you. And you know what? If you ask these people if it's about revenge, no, it's just that. No, just say it's about fucking revenge. If you want to say it's about revenge, say it's about revenge. Say you want to make somebody feel like shit. Cool, I'm with you. At least you being motherfucking honest. But if you turn around and ask these motherfuckers if it's about revenge, if it's about making somebody feel as shitty as you felt at times, no. I just think, no, just say it's about revenge.
Sounds like a personal problem. Is the lack of compassion for men in the room with us right now? Maybe men are just not good people then.
I'm so fucking tired of people trying to make male loneliness a huge societal problem. Like, where's these people's empathy for somebody other than themselves?
I'm so fucking tired of people trying to make male loneliness a huge societal problem. Yeah, no, their fifis are not my responsibility, and I shouldn't have to be punished because they can't get their shit together as human beings. Grow the up. Why are we trying to win these entitled little predators over? The left
This. Okay, but why? Why are we trying to win these entitled little predators over? The left isn't the place for them. And that's why they should go to the right in the first place. We're all lonely, alienated, and as young men's going to these alt-rights intro, the problem isn't our messaging, it's them. If you have to explain this, if you have to say this, first, you're fucking stupid. Because you don't have to, you don't know that, or have the ability to change your messaging. Two, you fucking lazy because you're not putting forth the effort to try to change your messaging. Three, you're hateful and fucking spiteful because you're under the assumption that every single male did something in particular to you. Four, this is turf shit. That's all this is. This is the introduction into turf motherfucking ideology. So, whoever wrote this, fuck you. And I hope to God, the same as I fucking pray that these manosphere idiots never have a sister that they interact with, a mother they interact with, a fucking daughter that they interact with, a cousin, anybody that identifies as a woman around them. I fucking hope that they don't have interaction with them, and I fucking hope that you don't have any interaction with anybody that considers himself a man. Brother, father, husband, son, nephew, fuck this person. Fuck this person in particular. Because the only thing they care about is keeping their moral fucking club on the fucking left. And I pray to God, the non-existent God that I don't believe exists, that they never have a power over men. Because it's not about being right. It's not about being empathetic to other people's needs. It's about being in their own motherfucking moral club. Fuck this person that wrote this tweet.
Isn't for them. That's why they go right in the first place. We're all lonely and alienated. It's young men going to the alt-right in droves. The problem isn't our messaging, it's them. It's literally not our problem. Men flock to Andrew Tate not because they're lonely, but because they're bigots. Hope this helps.
This is more turf shit. And I don't know why people are just okay with this. But let's go.
Nah, it's just misogynists being louder than before and not getting laid. LOL. Cry harder, losers. 90% of all homicides recorded worldwide were committed by male perpetrators. We should just get rid of all males, to be honest. This includes trans women, as they still retain male violence.
See what I mean? This is exactly the shit that I mean.
By the way, you know the Tumblr feminists who were like, all men are sexist and rapists, male tears, penises are evil, blah 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 back in the day? Well, this is them now. Should've just let me cook back then. Listen up, chuckle. I'm white, socially awkward, autistic.
The pick-me energy is strong with this one. Very strong with this one. Listen up, chucklefuck. I'm white, socially awkward, autistic, in my 40s, ugly, overweight, crippled, got a weird balding pattern, and I have bad spin. skin. You know what I didn't do? Become a fascist, because I recognize most of the sort of thing that them are me and are the problem. What else can I say? Like, really, what else can I say? Now, how do we know this was written by somebody who is 40, ugly, overweight, not other good bullshit? Because if you in your 40s, if you in your motherfucking 40s, at that point, ugliness and handsomeness doesn't fucking matter. You're getting companions. Because bullshit is real. Bullshit is real. I will tell you this. It does not take much to get a companion in your motherfucking 40s. All you have to do is literally just treat people with some respect. However, if you're never taught that, if you're taught the motherfucking stereotypical of how to be a man in his 40s, that means you were born no earlier than fucking 1982. And this is, oh my god, fuck. Oh my god, it's so many different ways that I can go about this. First off, the way men were socialized born in the 19 motherfucking 80s and the way they are now, two different sets of fucking rules. Secondly, there is a gap in the type of technology we have. Thirdly, motherfuckers, the way we socialize our children in school is dramatically different. This is so fucking painful. But the beauty is in male loneliness. It leads towards worse problems that affect other people. Why not try to solve it? Because they don't fuck. They want men to suffer. They want men to suffer because they suffered in some kind of way. That's it. It's just about revenge. It is nothing more than fucking revenge for these people.
In my 40s, ugly, overweight, crippled, got a weird balding pattern, and have bad skin. You know what I didn't do? Choose to become a fascist, because I recognize most of the sort that look like me are the problem. I may be hideously ugly and pathetic, but at least I'm not a fascist. Thank you for your input, buddy. You're, really helping the situation. The reason young men flock to alt-right MRA movements is because...
Alright, so Sid, again, just... This is a banger point for Sid. Banger point for Sid. But let's go.
Because the left gives brain-dead advice to young men. We need to be more compassionate to them, for our own sake. I'm sorry, but how is respect women brain-dead advice? What advice? Don't rape?
When you come up with a message that are told to young men that, hey, you need to be aggressive and assertive, and somebody says, well, fuck whatever you've been taught and whatever you can lead to misconception, you need to see it this way. It's not necessarily just brain-dead advice.
Don't be a rapist is bad advice? Help, I have no friends or community, I feel suicidal. Have you considered not raping? Act like a decent fucking human being. It's...
Yeah. That's how it sounds. You feel out of place in your own body. You feel that the way society is motherfucking treating you, you feel that you should be treated another way. Have you just considered not to listen? Oh, you have a weight problem. Have you considered just not eating? Oh, you have a disability. You have a mental disability. Have you just have happy thoughts? That's dismissive as shit.
It's not hard is brain-dead advice. Brain-dead advice like get consent and don't be a Nazi and women are people. Walking up to men struggling with loneliness and depression like...
Kids, don't be racist.
Incredible. Here's my actual advice I would give to my teen boys as a leftist. 1. Always get enthusiastic consent. 2. Save the planet. 3.
You have a financial issue, you have an economic issue, just don't be poor. Fuck. I think there's a vast chasm in, getting consent and saying and giving free carte blanche to assault people. And then really teaching people how to interact. All right, let's go.
Don't say that. It's actually kind of racist. And their issues. It doesn't. Why does their advice always seem to be, become a liberal? Hey men, here's how to fix all your problems. Agree with me politically. Men flock to the...
I disagree with what you just said, because there is nothing, a political statement that says get consent or treat people with respect. That's not it. I will admit there is a contingent of leftists that the only way you're useful to me is for you to think exactly like I want you to think. I will admit to that shit.
MRA movement because they're the largest beneficiaries of MRA shit. Imagine saying women flock to women's rights activism because they're the biggest beneficiaries of women's rights. Like, no f***ing shit. Let's be honest. Aside from procreation purposes, men have become obsolete. Most women.
Damn. Fuck. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please. Please. Like, why though? Just why? I forgot this tweet was even in here. I fucking forgot this tweet was in here. Let's be honest, aside from procreational purposes, men have become obsolete. Most women can find other methods of achieving an orgasm without a man there. Speaking as a man, most of us are hard to be around. Bitch, I'm adorable. The fuck? Women love to be around me. And yes. Sometimes my friend Bob joins us in bed, but the fact that Bob can't do shit without me, they fucking love me. Men are only good for motherfucking reproduction. Like, really? Dog, if you think that way, turn your face to the sun right now. Go motherfucking Starfield yourself all the way.
Women can find other methods of achieving orgasm without a man there. And speaking as a man, most of us are horrid to be around, and I don't blame any woman for just saying, no thanks. Oh my god, dude, this is what
So, here's the thing. I'm sorry, it's just like, as much as I don't like being around people in general, I will never say that guys are hard to be around. Who the fuck are you hanging around that you think men are horrible to be around? Like, who the fuck are you being around? If it's just guys, maybe you need to address some shit inside of your self.
every just pearly things tweet looks like to me, just with the gender swapped. This is pathetic.
True. That's literally how just lonely things looks like. Her tweet sounds like, just with the gender swap. True.
Fixes male loneliness? Jerking off. As a man, I'll say this.
That doesn't fix any type of loneliness. That doesn't take. Oh my god. That fixes horniness, and even then, like, you want somebody else to touch your pee-pee, but
sit down, shut up, and beat one out. You'll feel better. I promise. Yeah, guys, just beat one out. Just off. Just watch porn. Batman will be very disappointed in all of you. It's so funny how men feel entitled to a girlfriend. No.
Wait, nobody said that. Again, putting these, oh my god. And I know Shoe isn't saying this. I get it, but some of these fucking tweets, man. I know the men's aren't okay, but are the other people's okay?
When one side is like, wanting a girlfriend is sexist entitlement, and the other side is like, here's how to get a girlfriend. I don't know, bro. What happened to males just kicking the bucket? Now they just come on here and try to make their...
What the fuck, man? Like, this is just horrid shit. Oh, well, like, if you're lonely as a male, go, check out. Like, the fuck? Like, again, if you want to just say it's about revenge, say it's about revenge. I would respect you more about if you say it's about revenge. But they're not going to do this. These people will never do that shit.
Loneliness and misery into some social justice issue. Oh, trust me. Men are still kicking the bucket. And when they're not giving mind-blowing advice like just to be a liberal, they're outright dismissing men's issues completely. It's not our job to educate them. Since men created the problem, they need to take steps to fix it.
So every guy that's on the left, it's our place to take steps to fix this shit. Well, then I'm taking my step now to say, like, a lot of these tweets are fucking brain damaged.
We have other things to care about. Men can figure out their own problems that they created. Again, it's not women's jobs to change how men are socialized. It's a man issue, and y'all need to address that amongst yourselves. This is the shit that pisses me off. This whole thing, well, I'm not part of the community, I can't say shit at all about it. Yeah, you can.
It's up to the people that's in that part of the community to say, no, that's wrong or that's right. I don't know, but I can talk about here as a black person, I get to talk about white people's issues. I know, weird, right? As a poor person, I get to talk about rich people's issues. I know, right? The problem comes when you prescribing your opinion on me like I am forced to listen to you. That's not a thing. I can talk. You can talk about my issues all you want to, but do I have to listen to them? No. The fact is, yes, you motherfucking, and this is not even about race or this is literally about the fact that the guys that you are around, hello leftists, when we think about a community and socializing issues, yes, we should also work to socialize people in a way that stops the loneliness. Oh my god, this shit is stupid.
Men created their own problems. Men can solve their own problems. The left is busy. Why does the well-being of other people concern me? Leftist, by the way. It's all systemic issues and societal factors and blah 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 until it's a man and then suddenly it's pull yourselves up by your bootstraps. This problem is just a consequence of the
That's what probably works for the turf and soy. Yeah, no, like a lot of this shit is just like, turf. Like turf talking points. It's the introduction to turfs.
The patriarchy. Now take a wild guess about which gender created the patriarchy. Solve your own problems and leave women alone. These people rightly mock the bootstraps rhetoric until the subject is a man, and then it's bootstraps all the way down. They would never talk about any other group this way. It's wild. And it's kind of like both sides are telling men to pull themselves up by their bootstraps, but one is like, I'll show you how, and the other is like, fuck off. And when they're not telling men to straight up fuck off, they're giving the 200 IQ answer that nobody has ever heard before. Just show your emotions, bro. And I'm not dismissing this problem, okay? I've made videos talking about this. Oh, you're crying at your grandfather's funeral? Okay, faggot. And studies have shown that men are scared to be vulnerable, even around the homies. And can you blame them when the media says stupid like this? Fellas, is it woke to open up
UK builders go woke. Study finds that 3/4 of tradesmen discuss their feelings with colleagues, while 2/3 shun their fried breakfast, and nearly half say that they're history buffs. What the fuck?
To your fellow men and discuss history? Men are socialized to believe strength, dominance, and stoicism are behaviors of a real man. Is it any surprise that men are lonely and have less friends nowadays? You have to be vulnerable to make friends. Don't tell me there aren't systemic problems affecting men.
Okay, so Hunter, a big advocate for men's expressing emotions, and of course I know Hunter's recently going through family personal stuff, and I don't want to comment too much on that, but it's really, really weird that it takes people who may have been on the right, who have seen the difference of what's going on in the world and the two political beliefs, and says like, yo, maybe we should not like shit on guys just because it feels good.
Now, while a lot of this may be true, men have been socialized this way for centuries, and this is all relatively a new phenomenon. Toxic masculinity has existed forever. If anything, there's less toxic masculinity nowadays. The cultural embrace of like gender non-conformity, femboys, Harry Styles in a dress, Barbie movie, blah 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 blah. My point is, toxic masculinity did not just appear in the mid-2010s. But social media did, and the internet did, and the rise of dating apps did, and the housing crisis, and living in a country where the wealth inequality is worse than it was during the Gilded Age. That all happened recently. Oh my god, the privileged life these poor little boys must have, that their biggest problem is being lonely, i.e. so insufferable that nobody wants to sleep with them. So much more pressing.
And this is what kills me. Loneliness is more than just people won't sleep with you. It's about acceptance of who you are. It's about people wanting to actually be around you. Hey, dipshits, maybe they have some different social problems that is causing them to be even more lonely what they feel, but you rubbing that shit in does not fucking help. Well, let's go.
than the poor distribution of wealth causing people to suffer food and housing insecurity. Boo-hoo, you're lonely and have no friends and are suicidal, wah. Because feeling alienated under capitalism apparently isn't a thing. People are working harder and longer while wages have been stagnant, men have been dropping out of college like flies, and what does that get you? Poor men. Which, since women are doing amazing in college now, and many are now out-earning men, this most of the time leads to single men, which then leads to lonely men, which leads to depressed men, which leads to the high suicide rate. In my opinion.
So, again, maybe we should try to focus on leftist idea to say, like, hey, you're more than the value of what your job pays you. So, you know, maybe we should actually work to actually put out there, I don't know, some sort of idea where maybe, just maybe, money doesn't mean a thing when you can, like, be kind, be courteous, be motherfucking, just being the person that you would want to be around. You don't even have to be nice, just be the person that you would want to be around. Catchphrase right there, right? But this shit is just crazy. But let's go.
Leftism at a policy level does a great job addressing the shitty material conditions that in part lead to the problems that men are facing, but then absolutely drops the ball when it comes to everything and anything related to men's cultural issues. Many such cases. And why would a struggling man even want to move left when the left appears actively hostile to them?
The question of whether or not the...
No, not Mildred. Fuck! I better not say nanners or nutters. All right, let's go.
Hashtag online left does enough to appeal to hashtag men has become the question du jour. And like, men have most of the money, authority, and do most of the murdering and assaulting.
Yeah.
I saw the recent start of the Mildred video. I won't do that like next time. But it's getting late. Let's go.
The average young man in America isn't Jeff Bezos. Also, why did this motherfucker just FBI crime statistics at me? Men do the most murder. Okay.
They like having all of the stuff they don't deserve. They like that. They want it to stay that way.
Mildred. I know you identify as non-binary. I get it. If somebody were to see you walking down the street, they will think that you will be coded male. I know, working in a call center, I can actually add more air of authority because, you know, guy versus some of my female counterparts. And it's, you just hear the way you can talk to people.
Because it suits them. Because of the stuff, telling people they're special and deserve all the nice shit that they have, that's going to be an easier sell 10 times out of 10 than, like, saying, hey, maybe you should have less stuff and other people should have more.
Leftism is...
So you know the problem, but you're still going to go for it anyway because reasons. Let's go.
When you don't have a lot of stuff. We're going to take your stuff. You sound like a 65-year-old Fox News boomer's idea of what the left is. Are you a CIA agent? The right is saying to men, you will own a house. You will have beautiful children with your loving wife. You will have privacy. You will have free speech. You will own things, and you will be happy. And the left is like...
They like having all of the stuff they don't deserve.
But don't get me wrong, Republicans will not do shit. The Republican Party will not do shit. The establishment in general will not do shit to help any of this. But the right is... at least rhetorically, offering men something other than nothing or the eternal HR department. Every time this Discord comes up, there's people like, we need a leftist Andrew Tate. We need masculine role models on the left. But the fact
you just need to say like, hey, you like working out, cool. But here we got some shit to make your life better. Like the fuck? Alright, let's go.
is it's hard for progressives to organically appeal to men, because a large part of progressivism is oppressive hierarchies, and men are oppressors. Making progressivism look appealing to young men is an uphill battle from the start. And although it's funny to laugh at insane people on Twitter, as always, there have been a lot of left-wing content creators talking about men's issues. If you would have told me this would be a thing 9 years ago, I would not believe you, because anyone talking about men's issues back in the day was called an MRA or a pick-me. But lately I have seen a lot of good pro-men lefty content, and I'll put some links to some below. I don't agree with all the points they say, but I recommend watching. It's much better than...
They like having all of the stuff they don't deserve.
But the issue is a lot of this lefty pro-men content, it's always framed around how do we get them? As if men are just pawns and tools for your personal politics. How do we make the left more appealing to men? How do we stop lonely men from moving to Andrew Tate? Instead of just, how do we help men? And I think that's a really big issue. Both sides seem to treat men as political fodder. Disposable soldiers in the culture war and real war. Anyway, misandry is real. Oh good, finally! And while it doesn't systemically affect cis men, it most certainly affects trans men.
Oh my god,
Y'all
oh my
talking about
god.
misandry doesn't harm men, and trans men are right there reading this shit, by the way. I see, now we only care about misandry because it affects trans men. Everyone stop! It's affecting a group I care about now. I love how the rhetoric just like evolved overnight from male tears to cis male tears. And I just have to ask, why aren't you including trans men in your misandry,
Nobody told me how lonely being a man is.
Alright, I'm just done. I'm done. I can't watch any more of this video. She has a point with her video. And the fact is that so many people they hate her that they're not going to pay attention to the message. That's a problem for me. And you know what? If you think that having a penis, having a motherfucking dick is a problem, well then, fuck you. Not with this dick, but someone else's dick. Anyway, I'm done, guys. Like, share, and subscribe. Help me out with the channel. The links are down in the description. And yeah, thank you for watching. Cut this segment here.
I want to say thank you to all my Patreon supporters and my Twitch subscribers. Join the Guardians, become a member, or become a subscriber on YouTube, Patreon, and help support the channel. Thank you for watching this video, and the next one should be popping up on your screen. Subscribe, and if you haven't checked it out and want to help out the channel, check out my Patreon. Thanks.